Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Wake Up Winchester. Today is February 27th, and we want to thank you for starting off your morning with us. We're going to get started with some big shot birthdays. We have Joanne Woodward from Three Faces of Eve, is the widow of Paul Newman, and she is turning 84. We also have Ralph Nader, who is turning 80. Howard Hessman is turning 74. Rock guitarist slash pianist is Neil Schon from Journey is turning 60. We also have Johnny Van Sant of Lynyrd Skynyrd, 54. Basketball Hall of Famer James Worthy is 53. Adam Baldwin of Full Metal Jacket is 52. Grant Show from Melrose Place is also turning 52. We also have the former First Daughter Chelsea Clinton turning 34, and Kate Mara from Netflix's House of Cards and Fantastic Four films, who is turning 31. So those are our big shot birthdays for today. But if you are having a birthday today, then happy birthday from the cast of Wake Up Winchester.
And you weren't here yesterday, but we had a really, really short birthday list. There's only like 3 or 4, I think, maybe. So, I mean, I'm really glad that when you're here, it's a long list.
Yeah, some of those names are hard to pronounce.
And some entertainment news. I have quite a bit, but this one I really want to read first. Director Steve McQueen's movie 12 Years a Slave has caused quite a splash in Hollywood, and now the critically acclaimed film is heading to the classroom. The National School Boards Association has announced that the Golden Globe winning and Oscar-nominated film and the 1853 memoir chronicling the capture, enslavement, and escape of black northerner Solon Northup will now be taught in public high school American history classes. So that's really cool, actually, in my opinion. And also, Entertainment Tonight recently announced that they would no longer be publishing unauthorized paparazzi photos of celebrity children. And now People magazine says it will follow the same guideline. People was the main publication targeted by Kristen Bell and Dax Shepard, the couple who had recently spearheaded this campaign. In a letter about the change, People's editorial director wrote that celebrities like Bell and Shepard have made the media more sensitive to the brutal tactics some freelance photographers used to get even the most innocent-looking, celebrity kids to look bad.
Yeah, and I know that with paparazzi, they easily go too far, and it must be really stressful having those people follow them. But especially taking photos of your kids all the time, selling those photos for money, I can understand. And I know that a lot of celebrities have been actually fighting in court to try to get some protection on that and get some of their rights back.
Yeah, I know that a lot of people probably think all celebrities, they have it all good and everything, but in reality they probably do have it in some spots a little bit worse than a lot of people, because you almost have no personal life anymore.
Right, the fact that you can't even go outside without mobs of people following you. Yeah, it might sound good.
Yeah,
but
it's kind of cool to have a little bit of fame. I mean, you have money, you have some fame, you have your name out there, which is cool.
And plus you have one bad hair day and it's all over TMZ, so.
Yeah, it becomes a little bit ridiculous.
And we have our top TV shows of the week of February 17th to 23rd, as you can probably guess. All of them up until spot 8 are the Winter Olympics, and the number 1 was on Monday, and this is 23.5 million, so that's obviously a lot of views. And then at number 8 we have The Walking Dead, which I'm guessing is still going on. I don't know, I'm so behind on The Walking Dead, I haven't really seen any of the previous episodes. And then at spot 9 we have Sochi Gold, and then at 10 we have Big Bang Theory. So those are just some of the top shows for this week. And now the Winter Olympics are officially over. I was confused on that last week, when they were going to end, but I heard that we came in second.
Second, I believe, yes. Russia first.
In the number of medals that we won.
Yes.
So
yeah,
not too bad, not too shabby.
Melissa said yesterday that I think probably the main reason is because it was held in Russia, so it was built to kind of give the Russians the upper hand.
And they've always been pretty good at the Winter Olympics.
They have. So I just think that home advantage helps.
But there was a lot of cases where people felt like maybe not just Americans, but maybe some other countries were kind of cheated out of medals. I know that a lot of people were talking about Kim Yuna and how maybe she shouldn't have lost to Russia, that kind of thing. So that's been kind of a controversy that's still ongoing and people are talking about. But it's what's said and done, and we came in second, so I'm not complaining too much.
Yeah. So, but speaking of Winter Olympics, we're going to go to some weather right now, and if I'm not mistaken, when it pops up, it's going to look like it's going to start getting really cold again. So let's take a look. Well, it's not going to get too bad as I thought, but we have the low in the teens today. So.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have a pretty nice weekend with temperature-wise, but as you can see, there's some 50% chance of rain there, so hopefully that doesn't turn into much. But yeah, it's going to be pretty much just consistent, probably in the mid-40s range.
Yeah, so
like that.
I wasn't quite right about that being a little bit colder.
Well, it has gotten a lot colder
Yeah.
since last week. I know that we enjoyed that like really nice weekend where we had great temperatures, like close to 70. And then it just kind of slowly, it's getting worse and worse throughout
That's
the
right.
week, unfortunately.
Yeah, so we also mentioned before that actor Harold Ramis passed away. As most of you know, he's from the film Ghostbusters. And in an epic real-life gesture of appreciation for what Ramis did or gave to comedy and film fans, the New York City Fire Department, Hook and Ladder 8, which is the firehouse that was the headquarters for the Ghostbusters in all 3 movies, actually hung a Ghostbuster sign out of the building in memory of him. So
That's pretty cool.
the firehouse that they used in all the movies, like they didn't go around switching it up, hung a Ghostbuster sign. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a pretty good effort there. And just for a last little note before we go to commercial break, today is actually International Polar Bear Day, Chili Day, and Strawberry Day. So don't know how anyone's going to celebrate those except for maybe have some chili and strawberry.
Chili and strawberry.
Find a polar bear. I don't know.
Mix.
But we're going to have more to Wake Up Winchester right after this commercial break. Stay tuned.
St. Teresa's Outreach Ministry in Winchester, Tennessee is a private company categorized under social service and welfare organizations. STORM is a local non-sectarian, non-profit charitable organization providing services to those in need who typically fall through the cracks in this area's social services net. It is located at 900 South Shepherd Street in the Franklin County Annex Building. People in need are encouraged to pick up food supplies when available and to apply for financial help with security deposits for utility bills, rent, as well as medical expenses, gas, and other needs. To contact them, call 968-6540.
Be a parent, not a peer.
I need you to give me clear rules.
I just want to hear that you love me.
Let me know you care.
Ask me about my social life.
Ask me about school.
It's okay to check up on me.
I might complain, but I really do want you to check up on me.
Please see how I'm doing.
I want you to be in my life.
I want you to know I'm okay.
Be a parent, not a peer. This message produced for you by the Franklin County High School Media Arts class in collaboration with the Franklin County Prevention Coalition.
Oh my gosh, what a loser. She's such a geek. Get lost.
This dip is better than that dip.
Young man, we received an anonymous tip about an underage drinking party last night at this address. When teens drink on your property, you're responsible. Parents who host lose the most.
How you doing? My name's Steve. My family's lived in this neighborhood for years. Recently, things got so tight, we had to go to our local food bank for help. I lost a lot of sleep worrying about what the neighbors might think. That is until I saw them there, too. How'd I do, Steve?
A little stiff. You could have done a little better.
What? Come on. You know, I have an academy.
But not for playing me.
Play a role in ending hunger. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank.
Welcome back to Wake Up Winchester. Now we're going to hear some community news. Lissa, take it away.
Yes, we have actually quite a bit of community news today. Keep calm, it's almost Mardi Gras time. The return of the Nashville award-winning band, The Respectables, on March 1st, 2014 at Monterey Station. To get your tickets, call 967-5673. All of the proceeds go to Good Shepherd School. It's live music. There's going to be a silent auction as well as food and dancing. So make sure that you get your tickets for that. Like I said, all the proceeds go to Good Shepherd School, which is obviously a really good cause to donate to. Also, Star Party. I am so apologize.
Star Party.
Star Party. Everyone is invited to a night of fun learning and star viewing with Billy Hicks on March 7th, 2014 at Rock Creek Elementary. It is free, just so you know, but you must provide your own lawn chair, so they're not going to give you shares, but it's free. So it starts at 6:45. Arrive and set up your chair about 15 to 20 minutes before the start. Bring your lawn chairs, your jackets, and even a blanket. They will have hot dogs, chips, and drinks on sale for $1 each as well. This program is for everyone, and it is outside. Make sure to bring chairs and a jacket. You'll want to be comfortable at the party. They start with a fun short lesson on astronomy topics while they wait to enjoy the dark, and do a planetarium program as well. So it's just basically stargazing, which is quite serene.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, actually.
Yes. Also, there's a yard and bake sale sponsored by North Middle School Student Council to support the Janet Towery Scholarship Fund on Saturday, March 15th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. in the North Middle School cafeteria. If you want to donate items to this, make sure that you bring them to the school on March 14th from 3:30 to 6:30. And if you need any more information, call 308-3190 or 967-1547 for information on that. I am so sorry, I do not know what that is. The Franklin County Chamber of Commerce has a 2014 Business Expo on March 27th. To set up a booth, you want to make sure that you contact the Chamber of Commerce. They need as many people as possible to set up booths for that. And then there's also prices for the standard booth options, and it's presented by their leadership circle, which is Nissan, Russell Barnett, STMC, Southern Tennessee Medical Center, just so you know, and American City Bank. So call the Chamber of Commerce if you do have a business and would like to set up a booth for that. There you go. The second annual Tour de Decard 5K race and 1 mile fun run is on Saturday, March 29th. It is a 5K race and a 1 mile fun run, and it begins at 8 o'clock. Race day and registration and packet pickup begin at 7:30 at Decard Elementary School. So make sure if you are a big 5K fan that you go and do that, because I think everyone likes to ride and ride 5Ks.
I did that last year, and it was a little bit cold last year, actually. So if you plan to do it, make sure you're a little bit prepared, because I was really, really cold.
Yeah, it's at the end of March, so hopefully we'll have
It'll
some
be
time
a little
to
bit
get
warmed up, exactly. And it's also at the end of March. So if you've never ran before and you want to do a 5K, start training now, because you need to train for that kind of stuff. Also, there is a tribute to Janet Towery for her scholarship fund. Janet offered assistance to CDC classes with senior year expenses. Her generosity and inspiration will continue through the scholarship, and they basically, it's to contributions to her scholarship fund, which is a great, great way to donate money. If you want to donate to her scholarship fund, just bring your donations to Citizens Community Bank on Dinosaur Boulevard in Winchester. If you need any more information or have questions, call 967-1547 for information and questions on that. And then the Hornet Youth Soccer Camp is from June 16th to June 18th, 2014. Which is a Monday through Wednesday at Huntland High School on the soccer field. If you need any more information on that, contact Coach Chris Hobbs at 469-7506 or email him at chris.hobbs@fcstn.net for more information on that. And that is all we have in community news today.
And I guess just like a little bit of a reminder, because I'm pretty sure that there is a parent-teacher conference for high school students.
Very soon.
Is it this week? It is tonight. Okay, so yeah, it's very soon.
All right.
But yeah, if your child goes to FCHS and you're curious about their grades, or you just like to meet their teachers, that way you have a little bit more of an involvement. And maybe they didn't tell you about it, then maybe this is something interesting that you should go to.
There you go.
So yeah, that's
it's
pretty much
interesting.
it for community news.
Yes, it is.
Which is quite a bit of stuff
That's a lot
that's
of
going
stuff.
on.
That's right. So I actually do have a little bit more of entertainment news. Actually, this one thing here is also really interesting, kind of like the other one I said. So one of the most successful shows in the history of TV, a show that's made billions of dollars in profits, will actually lose money this year. TMZ reports that the show is American Idol, and it's going into the red for the first time because it pays a fortune to the stars. Sources say Jennifer Lopez gets north of $15 million, and Ryan Seacrest gets around that same amount as well. They spent between $5 and $7 million on a new set this year, and they're also still paying the 2 executives producer they fired last season. In addition, the show will spend at least $5 million on viewer phone calls. So
I think we talked about this yesterday on the show.
Did
We
we?
thought that The Voice and the X Factor were actually doing much better than American Idol.
People still watch American Idol, definitely.
They just
I
watch,
have
like, the beginning and the
list
end.
of things, and it always comes like somewhere on here, like right here. It's the 15th and 16th place, and there's no other like, The Voice or anything like that on top of it, but just probably because The Voice just started up and things like that. But The Voice does have more stars,
It has more
relevant stars.
Yes, and not only that, but I think now that they do have more relevant stars, because would you rather watch Keith Urban or Adam Levine? I mean, I guess it depends on, you pick your pleasure. But I believe that The Voice is more catered towards people of a younger age, whereas the American Idol's kind of been there.
And let's not forget that American Idol has been on for a long time, and it's just, I think it's been kind of going downhill for a while. I feel like once all the original judges kind of left, that dynamic that they had kind of left with it, and it took a lot away from the show. I remember everybody, back in the day, everybody's favorite part was, like Simon.
Was being so mean. That's the
being
best
mean,
part.
and Randy with his yo dog, and Paula with her weird clapping and like excessive complimenting. So I mean, it was just kind of like the thing that they had.
Well,
going.
it was the thing is that it was there for so long, and then you lose one judge, you're like, well, there's still 2 left, and then you lose to another judge, and you're like, well, there's still 1 left, and then they got rid of Randy this season. And it's like there's no point in even watching it because it's not the same show. So.
And I love J-Lo, but J-Lo's not the best singer in the world either.
She's not. And no joke, I'm a huge J-Lo fan, Jenny from the block all day. But she's not, she can dance and she can entertain. But as far as her vocal abilities, she's probably not the best pick. But I don't necessarily say that Paula Abdul was probably the best pick for vocal abilities either.
I guess, yeah. And then they had Nicki Minaj and Ellen. I just feel like they're kind of like reaching for anything at this point.
Exactly.
It's just not gonna work
and
out.
they had Mariah Carey on there for a while, which I think was a really good choice because Mariah Carey, obviously,
there seemed to be some conflict between her and Nicki, though.
Yes, but she can sing, and I generally think she understands, like, knows what she's talking about when she critiques, but she just wasn't someone that was like interesting to watch.
And then another thing that I've noticed about The Voice is they actually have kind of more relevant people too. It's not just random people. Like I know that there'll be some semi-famous people coming on The Voice, and some people may not like that as much. I feel like these people have already kind of gotten their break, but it's people that they've heard of. So like I know that one of the girls was like Dia Frampton from Megan Dia, and then there was a new girl that was on like the latest episode, Christina Grimmie or something like that, who's really popular on YouTube with millions of views, things like that. So it's kind of exciting to see people that you already know of, that kind of thing. They already have a fan base.
Yeah.
And also I feel like maybe people that are winning The Voice and the X Factor, things of that sort, are doing a lot better than the winners of American Idol, which you from recent
you don't see anymore.
Yeah, the only ones that you see are Carrie Underwood, a little bit of Scotty McCreery, and there's one more.
I mean, there are a lot of
there's
them.
There's like a couple of some of them. I think the ones from the earlier seasons are actually much more relevant from the ones from the later
because
seasons.
I mean, in past seasons, even if you made the top 5, you were guaranteed some
type
of fan
base.
Yeah.
Like even Jennifer Hudson, I think everyone knows who Jennifer Hudson is, and she didn't even win. I think she got like 6th, and she's huge. But she also was like season 3. I think she won the same season, or season 2 actually, something like that. She won the same season Fantasia won, which was season 3. Sorry, season 3. So I mean,
but yeah, they're still getting like in the 9 million. So they got 9 million views. But I can understand how they're slowly
going down.
And I mean, they're just spending. It just seems like they're just spending so much money to try and hold on to it.
Well, I think that they've learned, like, from the past 10 seasons that they've, like, been able to spend that kind of money and not had to worry about it because they were going to make it up in profit, and now no one, like, cares anymore, so they're spending this money that no one's Like, they're not making it
Right.
back. So I think it's just something they haven't gotten used to yet.
Right. So after this commercial break, I have a list along with me and Casey are sharing this list of some stuff of ways your childhood could have been much different, which I think kind of ties into this American Idol stuff. So stay tuned right after this commercial break.
Bring out the action hero in you. Fuel up right and get energized. Be part of the greatest action movie ever. The first movie that puts you in the action. Show us how you train and eat like an action hero. Join in at actionheroalliance.com.
My life is full of statistics. Thing is, I could have dropped out of school and become one myself, but I didn't because I had people that believed in me. Here's another statistic. 7,000 students drop out every school day. That's one every 26 seconds. It's time that students know that we believe in them.
Inspire a student and share your message of support at boostup.org.
This is one amazing truffula tree. Can you imagine a place where these grow everywhere? Yes, it's called the forest, a magical place to enjoy with your family. So discover the forest and explore all the wonder that's there. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Welcome back to Wake Up Winchester. So now it's time for that list of ways your childhood could have been much different.
And some of these are really shocking.
Yeah, some of them really are. So to start off, Cookie Monster was originally green and ate electronics.
But I'm guessing he was not named Cookie Monster.
Yeah, he was originally known as Wheel Stealer.
I think that was a really good executive move to change that to Cookie Monster. Okay, next one. Keep going.
SpongeBob SquarePants was supposed to be called Sponge Boy. Twinkies had banana cream filling at first. And these early Twinkies only had a shelf life of a couple days. Now I think it's probably much, much more than that. The Joker was supposed to be killed off immediately.
Oh.
Because I guess some of the controversy, but then he was later accepted type stuff. Shrek almost had a Canadian accent, not a Scottish one. Yeah. But Mike Myers was able to convince them to let him run with the Scottish accent. Let's see. The Rubik's Cube wasn't supposed to be a puzzle.
What was it supposed to be?
Just a block of random colors?
It wasn't intended to be solved, I guess.
Oh, that's not
That's
fun at all,
pointless
though.
because then you're just like completely turning things for no reason
Then
because
it's
there's no
just
way
like
to
a
get there
stress
either.
cube
Yeah.
thing.
No, that's just
I
making
don't
you
know.
more stressed out because you're like, oh, I can't fix it.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of these things, even though they seem minor, I mean,
would have been
big
really
deal.
Yeah.
The Jetsons were almost canceled after a single season.
Oh.
The Three Musketeers chocolate bar used to actually include 3 flavors. You want to know what some of these flavors were?
Yeah, I'm quite interested.
Strawberry and vanilla.
Sounds like.
But they
the
stopped.
politics.
They stopped because to save money due to shortages during World War II.
It
So
literally
so
sounds
now it's
like
just the chocolate.
Neapolitan ice cream in a chocolate bar, which I actually think
Yeah.
sounds actually really good.
It does
So
sound pretty good.
Marty
This one's funny.
Marty McFly went back in time in a time traveling refrigerator. So I just snorted.
Which is
like,
less
completely.
which is less believable than a time traveling car.
Yeah. So I mean,
Is that all of them?
I have one more on my sheet. Monopoly was supposed to be a teaching game about the ills of monopolies.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So it was invented.
They were probably good to go with the way that they
Well,
did.
you know what? It kind of is, because by the time you get done with it, you're just like, this game.
Yeah, I hate
no.
this game.
It just lasts forever.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it was invented in 1903 by a Quaker. So.
By a Quaker?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
A Quaker knows so much about Monopoly. It's a Quaker, but
1903 too at that.
Okay, so I have some pretty interesting ones here too. Will Smith might have never been in The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and how weird that would be.
I would throw that off because
I feel like it wouldn't be as successful as it actually was.
I don't know that he would
I
have
have
been as
a
successful
fun
as
fact
he
for you
is.
real quick. Will Smith now is the age that the guy that played his uncle was when he started off, but look at if you look at him, you can never tell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it says that he owed like the IRS some money, and so there was like, some issues with that. But thankfully, he was actually on the show.
Yes, because he's one of the best actors ever. I'm a
And
Joseph fan.
the Hulk was supposed to be gray, but like due to ink problems, they changed that over. Superman was initially intended to be a super villain, I guess.
Whoa.
So that changes things
Whoa, that's like
drastically.
huge.
Hashtag plot twist.
Yeah, Hawaiian Punch was supposed to be an ice cream topic and not a beverage. So I know a lot of people.
I could see that though.
I love Hawaiian.
Yeah,
I
do
remember
too.
being in kindergarten. That's like all they would let you drink is just Hawaiian
But
Punch.
it's so good, so you're like okay with it.
Beetlejuice was supposed to be a lot more darker and not really as funny. I know that they played Beetlejuice sometimes around the Halloween season on Disney
Channel.
Disney Channel, yeah, sorry. Drew a blank there. But originally it was supposed to be like a lot more dark and crude. And then we also have Pocahontas was supposed to feature talking animals and a turkey that was going to be voiced by John Candy, and the turkey's name was going to be Red Father.
They were good
I
to
like
go
my
with. They went.
So far, I like my list a little better.
Okay. I didn't ask you.
I know you didn't.
Thanks, Blake.
You're welcome, Casey.
Mr. Potato Head was actually originally just an actual potato that you stuck like eyes and legs in, and then they were like, oh wait, let's make it a plastic potato. I still don't understand how the idea of a potato that you like dress up became popular.
Cool.
But originally it was supposed to be just like they would sell you the little props that you could put in a potato, and that's what Mr. Potato Head was. And then Luke, I Am Your Father almost did not exist in Star Wars. And I'm hoping this is true, because if not, I'll probably get shot by like some Star Wars fans.
Junkies.
And then E.T. was actually supposed to be, just kind of like Beetlejuice, was supposed to be like a really scary movie. And then
It's
they
not
kind
scary
of,
at all.
it
Darker,
was supposed to be,
swarthy.
so they kind of toned it down a little bit. I'm sorry if my list didn't get you as excited as Blake's. I tried to hype it up as much as I could.
Some of it was like completely like
the
Will
Mr. Potato
Smith
Head
and Superman being a villain. Yeah, that's definitely
Yes, you have
different.
questions about my list?
No, not anymore.
But that was back in 1964. The Mr.
Oh,
Potato
okay.
Head, so that
Okay.
was kind of a long time ago.
Because the way I know Mr. Potato Head is from Toy Story.
Oh, but you've never seen the toys?
No, I have, but
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Like, I couldn't see how they would incorporate just like a
potato.
in Toy Story. You know what I'm saying? Just like a
Right.
regular potato that you stuck eyes in.
Well, I mean, I feel like a lot of these things, if they didn't make some executive decisions to change them up,
They wouldn't be as
not
popular as they are now.
or successful. But that's all the time we have for today's show. Hope that kind of got you guys
Yeah.
laughing. I don't know, thinking about that. But that's all the time we have for today's show. Again, if you have any comments, questions, or would like to be a guest on our show, you can email us at wakeupwinchester@fcrebels.com.
I'm Melissa Holly.
I'm Blake Shaw.
I'm Keisha Janice.
Thanks for watching.